Good day, Twitter friends. I am back. I was gone for a little bit. Sorry about that. There were some events. I passed Pen Test Plus. That was cool. But I'm back. I put a poll up on Twitter to figure out what everyone might be interested in, and there was some interest in Nikto. So I decided not only am I going to talk briefly about Nikto, but I'll create a series on hacking tools. I might even go in depth into something like an Nmap that's really dense. But without further ado, let's make some magic happen. So, Nikto is a pretty neat tool. But before we even start about talking about what Nikto is, I want to mention since we're going to be doing a series on different tools, I wanted to touch on the manual command or man. So I'll show you what it looks like, I'll show you what it does, and then we will talk about Nikto. So here we have Kali Linux. It's an offensive security Linux distribution, um, but we're focusing on manual and Nikto today. So let's run the command because we want to look at a manual, and we're going to run it against Nikto. Now, I did promise I would talk about what Nikto was, but instead of me just rambling and explaining it, what I'll do here is just take a look at the description. Um, Nikto is a web server. It scans a web server for known vulnerabilities. That's really as simple as it is. But the description looks for server and software misconfigurations, looks for default files and programs, insecure files and programs, outdated servers and programs. But I want to give you an idea of how powerful manual is. It's showing you what the program is built off of. This is all information from the person that wrote the Nikto program. Um, Options really are where you're going to get kind of deep in the weeds. You can see all the different options and configurations, evasion techniques, what you want it to display, um, what kind of format you want it to output in. Every different program has different information in the manual file. Now, not everything does, but most things do have this. Let's run Nikto though, and we're going to run it against my website because you don't hack a website that you don't own. -H is the option for giving it a host, and I'm going to say the magician.tech, which is my website. And I'll let that. Ooh, interesting. So I forgot to network my virtual machine. I was doing some wireless testing. But anyway, Nikto-H and then the magician.tech. So this will think for a moment and it'll tell me things like the target IP of the machine that I'm looking at, the URL, what ports are open on the machine, and that can be particularly useful if you're then planning to attack the machine. Things like when it was done, this all can be output into a file. So that way, when you're looking over your notes later, you can review those files and collect additional information that maybe you missed when you were just skimming through it really fast. It even shows me that is a Squarespace site. A lot of really valuable information here. It also would output if there was some blatant misconfiguration or a known vulnerability that can be used to exploit that website. I hope this was helpful for you. We'll do more tool overviews, and I'll get kind of into the weeds probably on Nmap. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. Until then, have a magical day.